For 7 years, Soraya poured her soul into her family. When her husband and daughter gave their love to the mistress, something inside her shattered. She walked away and never looked back.
Soraya no.
I don't want you. I want Aunt Rose. Soraya's daughter, Sage, screamed. I want her to come to school with Daddy. Those words were like multiple knives that stabbed through Soraya's heart. Her daughter preferred her husband's mistress to accompany her to school. But Sage, I'm your mom, Soraya tried to reason, but her daughter only threw a tantrum, hurling the vase in the living room and screaming. But I like Aunt Rose. She is pretty and talented, and Dad likes her very much. Sage retorted, further tightening the feeling in Soraya's chest. If I go with you, Dad won't come. How could her daughter, the one she carried in her womb for nearly 10 months and raised for 6 years, choose another woman over her? Soraya had already accepted that her husband would never love her, but what about her daughter? Why had she become so distant from her? Clenching her jaw, Soraya blamed it all on her husband, Callum Montclair. He was the one who introduced Sage to his girlfriend. He sent Soraya across the world under the guise of a business trip, allowing her daughter to bond with his mistress. Back then he said, I need you to close a deal in Singapore. When she returned 4 months ago, Soraya learned about Rose and her growing relationship with her husband and daughter. A tear rolled down Soraya's face. She approached her daughter and knelt before her. She asked, Sage, baby, don't you love mommy anymore? Sage tried to open her mouth but instead snapped her head in the other direction, her arms folded against her chest. I just want to spend more time with Aunt Rose. Soraya got up and gave Sage her back. She took deep breaths as she placed her hands on her hips. After gathering her composure, she said, okay, if that's what makes you happy, but you must promise to spend time with me tomorrow. She wiped the tears that flooded her face and turned to her daughter. It's your special day, and we always spend it together, remember? Her daughter instantly looked guilty. She opened her mouth, about to say something, but instead gulped. Okay, mommy. I'm sorry. At least she still remembers, Soraya thought. She checked the time, and seeing it was almost 9, she said, let's go. You're going to be late. While heading out, she called her husband, Callum. At first, he hung up the phone. He often did. To Callum, Soraya had never been an equal partner. She had to text him the exact reason for her call. Sage doesn't want to come with me to the parent-teacher activity. She wants Rose. When Soraya and Sage reached the car, her husband replied, Rose and I will be at school. Bring Sage over. The drive to Evermore Academy was long and agonizing. It took everything in Soraya not to break down and cry. Now and then, she would glance at the rearview mirror, hoping to get a reaction from her daughter, anything. But Sage avoided her gaze the entire time. It was as if the daughter she raised was now a stranger. When they arrived at the school, Soraya waited. After half an hour, Callum's Bentley finally pulled over in front of her. He stepped out of the car in his custom-made suit, his tall frame and chiseled features ever so defined. Then, he walked over to the other side and opened the passenger door. He helped Rose out of the vehicle, his hand gently wrapped around hers. Wearing a tailored red business dress, Rose carried herself with the quiet confidence of a seasoned professional. Her elegantly wavy blonde hair and expensive jewelry made her look exceptionally sophisticated. Everyone outside the school gates turned to Callum and Rose with awe. Soraya could tell that they all thought they made a great couple. Perhaps they do make a great couple, Soraya thought. After all, Callum, the CEO of the Montclair Group and the wealthiest man in Cedar Heights, was the one who had transformed their family business into a thriving empire. Rose Beckett was said to be a gifted entrepreneur, having started a fashion line immediately after her doctoral degree. Aunt Rose. Sage excitedly got out of the car. Soraya had to rush out and chase after her daughter to ensure Sage's safety. She thought.
Search for FGK 4589 and watch follow-up content.